Hello once again from Rostrevor Area News. Uh, First item up this week is club notes. Now, unfortunately, Richie is in Donegal. I'm assuming taking a well-earned break, so I've no video notes from Richie, but he did send me a few things to read out. The Senior Football Championship, of course, starts this weekend, and Rostrevor are out on Friday night versus Downpatrick. It's in Castlewellan at 6:30. Now, because of the COVID restrictions on the public health mitigation measures, this game is all ticket, and tickets had to be requested from the club. Now, the latest I heard was that anybody who had applied for tickets has had tickets allocated to them, and there actually is a few there's a few left over that will be given out or sold on a first come first served basis. Tickets that have been ordered and booked can be collected from the club tomorrow night, Thursday, from 8 p.m. onwards. And Richie has told me to remind everybody, and the majority of people that obviously cannot go to the game, that full coverage of the scores and updates on the scores will be available on the club and county social media pages. And just one other thing that he has asked me to point out, Pettit Park, which is the home pitch for Sembronas, will be a no smoking zone as of this week. So signs will be erected in due course, and the club are very grateful for the cooperation of everybody in that regard. So short and sweet on the club notes this week. Now, the second story. Bill Donnelly is a name that might be familiar to some of the viewers by this stage. Bill is the long distance swimmer who I had a short interview with a number of weeks ago out at the shore of Carlingford Loch, as he was training to undertake a swim from the Isle of Islay to the Giant's Causeway. And they undertook and completed that wonderful achievement last Saturday in 16 hours and 57 minutes. An absolutely treacherous piece of open water where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Irish Sea. And I had a good chat with Bill earlier in the week after he came out from about 48 hours sleep. But it's an incredible achievement, along with Newryman John McElroy, who was part of that team. So I was laughing with Bill because the previous week they broke the world record for going from the Gobbins up around the Larne area of Antrim to Port Patrick in Scotland, and they were brought in at the last minute. So I was laughing to Bill, and I was saying that you wait all your life for these type of monumental events, and there's two coming in 1 week. So congratulations to Bill. No mean feat, and you should be very, very proud of your achievements. And I know your family and all your friends are very proud of what yourself and John and your colleagues have done last weekend. So moving on, a young lady who has really made her mark locally with staging events is Laura Clerkin. And Laura had been in the Middle East for a number of years and then came back, it was last year or the year before, last year I think, early last year, to and she wanted to get her events company up and running again, and things was going tickety-boo as expected, because she's brilliant at what she does, and then bang, COVID intervenes, as it has with all aspects of all our lives. But not to be deterred, Laura had previously invested in an outdoor cinema screen and was excellent at what she'd done, and weather permitting, she would be able to get a much longer sustained run at putting on these events. However, you're always at the mercy of the weather in this country, and it doesn't matter what month it is. But like I say, not to be deterred, Laura is staging the big screen movie events in a field up outside between Rostrevor and Hilltown up in Kilbrony. massive big open area space. And last Friday night, she had a show on last Friday night, and it continues this weekend on the 15th. It's a Saturday night, and The Conjuring is on this week. And then in the following week, we have Bridesmaids and The Lion King. That's 2 in that weekend. And then in the last weekend in August, we have The Greatest Showman and Walk the Line. Now, anybody that has ever dealt with Laura knows that nothing is left to chance. Everything she does is a 5-star event. Her reputation precedes anything she does, and no matter what show she puts on, she puts 110% effort into it. So I would say to people that if you want a couple of good nights of different entertainment between now and our younger people going back to school, or just a good old night out to try and get back to some sense of normality, you could do a lot worse than take in one of the movie nights in the mountains. So could I direct people to LC Events Facebook page for all the details? It is ticket only. The tickets are through Eventbrite, but all the information will be on Laura's page there, LC Events. So thanks for that, Cathal. And my final story this week is a poignant and moving story. It relates to a little superstar and a little angel called Leo McGivern Tinley. And Leo is the beloved grandson of my cousin Denise. And unfortunately, Leo developed an incurable disease when he was 2 years of age and passed away. The disease, was called metachromatic leukodystrophy, or MLD for short. It is a very, very rare disease, and poor Leo, aged 5, passed away on October the 27th last year in the loving embrace of his mother, Ciara. Now, it's been a traumatic time for everybody ever since that. And then last Monday, Leo's only sister, Tia, was making her confirmation. And that's Tia there, the beautiful Tia in her lovely yellow dress. And Tia's family and all came up from Waterford. And what you see in the picture is a swinging chair that the family got made and donated to the nurses. And it's the children's nurse team who were based over in Donnelly House. And Tia, on the day of her confirmation, was invited up along with all her family to unveil the chair and present the swinging chair and cut the ribbon in doing so. And in the middle there is Nuala Boyle, who led that team of nurses who looked after Leo so caringly and so lovingly in his final weeks and months at home. And Denise and Ciara and the extended family can never be thankful enough for all that they've done. But one wee quote was carved into. There was a number of people who worked on it. Adrian Smith, first of all, made the swinging chair, the swinging seat, and David Hogg done a beautiful wood carving within it, and assisted by Kieran Sherry. And you can't really see it there, but it says up above on the canopy piece, there's a quote has been carved into the wood, and it says, "Those we have held in our arms for a little while, we hold in our hearts forever." And Denise and Ciara and the family wanted to donate that bench and put it in the garden of Drummelane House, where those children's team nurses are based. And it would allow those nurses to come out and get a rest and a bit of respite from the incredible work that they themselves do. And every time they sit on that, they think of the children that they have helped, not only Leo, but in their final months and weeks with their families. So a very big congratulations to all involved, and particularly Tia. And just to add a wee bit of poignancy to the end of that, Cathal, Tia made her confirmation, as I said. That's Tia there with her dad, Jared, and her grandmum. Tia made her confirmation on Monday night, and she took the name Leo as her confirmation name in tribute and in remembrance of her beloved late brother, Leo. So if you slow that down there, Cathal, I'll maybe get through these photographs. So at the front there, that's Tia and her nanny, Aileen, and that's her mum, Ciara, behind. And Aileen is, of course, Lisnacree native and long-time resident of Lismore in County Waterford, where the family moved in 1979. And then at the back there, that's Denise. That's Denise, Ciara's grandmother, behind her own mother. So Ciara is in that picture there, or Tia is in that picture there with her great-grandmother, Aileen, her grandmother, Denise, and her mum, Ciara. So if you move on there, I'll go on. And that's Tia's and Leo's grandmother, McGivern, and father, Jared. And here's the gang from Waterford. So we'll go left to right. So on the left there, we have Tia's great aunt, Karen. And at the back, we have Colette, Denise, Brian, Tanya, and Jackie on the right-hand side, and of course her great-grandmother, Aileen. So they all come up from Waterford for the occasion. Yeah, I've seen that one. And there you go, and that's a beautiful bench. So, Cathal, that's me, short and sweet for this week. Anybody that wants to, as always, give me any information or shout outs, I'm happy to read stuff out on a Wednesday night. And it is that time of year where information can be hard to gather up because a lot of people are away and a lot of people are on holidays. But short and sweet for this week, but I'll talk to everybody next week. Thank you. Bye.